Hi, welcome to Sonia Jones Crafts, another work in progress update video. I have footage that I pre-recorded and photos I took of the scarf, socks, hat and wrist warmer mittens that I made for my mum. She now has them because they're all complete. You'll see the photos and that later. You'll also notice in the video the wrist warmers don't have thumbs, but in the photos they do, because I added them on last minute because I decided it'd just be better to have them on. I think that's the only changes I made between the video and the photos, but they all fit my mum great and she loves them, so super excited about that. And that's finally done, so I can now get back to work on the jumper that I was knitting for my nan, so I should be able to speed through that reasonably quickly now because it's my only major project. If you remember the Northern Lights that I bought, I started that yesterday, so I can't remember what time I started it, but it was about 5:30 yesterday, and then I went up to my in-laws for dinner, so I didn't have much time, but I've already got this far on it. You can see the colour change is really pretty. I'm really impressed with this yarn, and it's so soft. It's lovely to work with. It slides through my hand really smoothly. I think this might be one of the best yarns I've worked with because it's not actually hurting my hands at all, which is really nice. So I think I'm definitely going to have to buy more of this. If you can't remember, this was James C. Brett Northern Lights 150 gram ball. There's about 450 metres. And this is DK weight. This was a shade NL2. It was on my last video, so that way around I think we want, don't we? Is it gonna focus? It doesn't want to focus. Okay, so yeah, I do completely recommend this Northern Lights. It's really nice to work with. Until you're using it, you don't realise just how soft and wonderful it is to work with. But this is the first asymmetrical scarf that I've ever done, and actually it's a really simple pattern. The pattern I got the idea from, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a free one on Ravelry. But I changed it ever so slightly because on her pattern the start was slightly different, but I like, for ease of my mind to keep in track, I'd like to increase one on every row but have the row number and the row stitch count match, whereas on hers it's slightly different off because she started with 3 straight away and then she increased to 4, 5, 6, but obviously that would be different row numbers. So I started with 1 and then went to 2 on row 2, went to 3 on row 3. So it's ever so slightly different than the pattern, but the gist is the same, and that's just simply, if you can see, try and unblock, don't know if it's, can't seem to get it to focus today, what's going on? No, it's not focusing, I don't know why it's not focusing today, sorry, but basically what you're doing is you're doing US turns double crochets through the entire thing. On the decrease side, which is this side here, you double crochet 2 together, and on the increase side, this side here, which is why I've got this here to tell me it's the increase side, you'll do in the first stitch and the second stitch you do 2 double crochets. See if it will focus. Can't get it to focus today, I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's not focusing, I don't know what's going on with the camera today, it doesn't seem to want to focus, I don't know what's going on. Said that twice, didn't I? But anyway, yeah, so the first and the second stitch have 2 double crochets, and then on the end you double crochet 2 together, and that creates this asymmetrical design that's slightly curved, if you can see. And I think it's coming out really pretty. I actually like this pattern so much I'm going to do one of the candy swirls in it. And I'm tempted to see how it looks in chunky and do this in the same thing. So we'll see. But that's the only thing I've got really to say. I haven't got much to talk about today because I've been so busy working on studying. I had my, as I think I mentioned last time around, I had my TMA and my CMA today. Well, they're both handed in and I've got my results back on my ICMA. I got 80%, so really happy with that. I'm still waiting to hear back from my TMA. Usually takes around 10 days, so not until the 19th. I shouldn't really see the results until then, I think. So a little while yet, but I'm really pleased I passed my ICMA because I was really worried about that. Had a migraine yesterday, so I didn't get much done at all yesterday, and it's still a bit fuzzy today. So there's not really much I've got done. But hopefully, if you keep an eye, I will have this one finished by the end of the day because it's going really quickly. And then I might decide on doing one of these with it. I don't know if I'll do this colour or this colour, but I'll do definitely one. I might do one of each because I'm just really enjoying this pattern, so you're going to see a few of them. You notice that when I do things, if you've noticed, I tend to do several different colours of the same thing, just because I enjoy doing that pattern at that point. But I will get on with my nan's jumper. I'm actually tempted to make myself a jumper out of the pink, because I really enjoy the pink, and I need more jumpers. I don't know why. I've made myself some money over the years, but I keep losing them. The children have washed a few of them that are then not wearable after they've been washed the way my children wash, bless them. They try, but they don't quite understand the aspect of killing acrylic, and they have a habit of killing my jumpers, and so they just kind of drape and fall, which is lovely for shawls, not so good for a jumper. So I don't think there's much else to say. It's really quite short one this week. I might do some more in the week showing as I finish this and move on to the next one, and I know my nan would like me to do a video on the granny square again. I already have one for the magic circle, but my nan does it the other way, and so I'm going to do a video for that, and that'll go up live hopefully in the next day or so. And I still need to do the knitting mill one that I haven't done, but I'm hoping to get a few done this week now that I don't have so many projects on the go. I've met the deadlines for most of them now, so it should give me a little more leeway because my next ICMA and TMA is the 16th of December, I think it is. So I've got a little way before I have to start panicking about that again. So plenty of time to study and start writing it and get it all worked out, providing I don't have any more migraines or hemiplegic migraines more particular, because it's kind of hard to write and study when one side of your body's not working. It's hard enough to do it when you just got a migraine. So I'm hoping that it should be time to start working on some Christmas stuff as well, because I missed out all of Halloween stuff because I was just so busy doing everything else. I didn't have time to do the Halloween stuff, so I'm hoping I can get an early start on Christmas things. The white polystyrene balls that I showed on a video a long time ago now, I'm hoping to turn some of them into Christmas decorations, you know, like little baubles for the trees and things. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cones yet. I'll have to wait and see. Originally I was going to use them as lolly trees for Halloween as well, but didn't get round to it. But I'll work out something, I think. So that's everything, and I think I've rambled enough. So I will see you all maybe later on this week, maybe next week. Let's wait and see how it goes. So I hope you're all well and you're all enjoying your crafting. Take care. Bye. Hiya. This is just a really quick update which I'll add on to another video, so hopefully I'll remember to add it on to Monday's video. But I wanted to show you the stuff I was doing for my mum before I hand it to her today. Excuse the mess, currently have a migraine. So, as you remember, I was making the hat. That's now got its bobble on it, so the hat's now done for Mum. And then I have the scarf, which is now finally finished. So that's nice and thick and cosy and reasonably long, so that should keep her lovely and warm, and it's really soft and squishy. So that's the scarf finished, which as you can see with this mistake rib, it's really quite bouncy and squishy at the same time. It's lovely. I'm really impressed with mistake rib, and I'll probably end up doing more things with that because it's the first thing I've made with it, but I've really enjoyed it. And then obviously to go with them were the wrist warmer, fingerless mitten things, whatever you call them. So just pop them on. So there's them, which flop over to keep her warm. I asked her if she wanted anything to do to cover that gap, but she said no, because they pull down just fine anyway when you put them on, because she's got slightly smaller hands than me. So we've done them. And then I was working on the socks, if you remember. So I already had one done, and I've now finished both of them. And they're super long, as you remember, with the tiny feet, because my mum's tiny like me and has size 3 feet. So that's the socks finished. I will get photos of my mum wearing them when I go and take them to her in a minute, and I'll add that into the video as well. So I will see you all later for the rest of the video when I film that. Bye.